it's me. Um, I decided that I'm going to make you a video of all the questions and, just talk to you through video since I can't get you on the phone. Um, I am about to lose my mind. I can never get in touch with you, and I know so much is going on in your life, and it drives me nuts. Like, I could seriously kick your ass. I messaged Jeff's mom to see how you were. Ina, I've left you messages through Facebook. And it drives me nuts because I was so worried and I couldn't get in touch with you. Finally, Ina did tell me that they did see a heartbeat and everything is fine. So that's great. However, you did message me yesterday and say that you were spotting again. So, let me know when you can finally get back to me, or use your phone and record all the questions that I'm going to ask you, because it seems like when you're at work you have a couple minutes, you can do that and send it to me or whatever. That would be great. So again, I was super worried with your spotting. I have a whole list here. I've been writing things down, trying to, every time we talk, it's like you're saying, crap, I forgot what I was going to tell you. And so I've been like writing things down, jotting them down throughout the week so that I could tell you. I just think that this would be an easier way to go. So Curran had his 1-year birthday party, and it went great. We had the neighbors come, and the other little girl that I watch, Olivia, Shannon and her family came, and of course Ron and Marie and Jake's sister came too. The girls didn't come, but it was fun. Curry had a good time. I feel so bad because he is such a serious baby, so people don't get to see the side of him that I do. Like his giggly, after he nurses, he's like, hello, I'm happy, I'm like in the zone, playful, and so people they don't really get to see that side of him, and he's kind of shy, so, but he is waving. I'm not sure if you saw that when you came down, but he's waving now. And I think you saw clapping, and he does the funniest face. Anytime he gets angry or he is like, what the fuck? He'll like pull out his Angry Bird face, like he does this little thing with his eyebrows, and he totally looks like a little Angry Bird, like the red one with the, so cute. And it cracks me up because usually I'm like, Curran, you can't do that, buddy. And he's like, and I just start laughing, and I'm like, this is so counterproductive. Like, this is not helping. His doctor's appointment he got some shots. They said that he gained a good amount of weight. He's still 18th percentile, so we didn't have to have the talk like they said last time. I don't know if I told you, but he was like, oh gosh, maybe 8th percentile, and they're like, if he doesn't gain enough weight this next time, like, we're gonna have a sit down and like talk about this. I'm like, talk about what? Like, what do you want me to do? Stick a tube down his, he eats fine. So between the 9-month visit and the 12-month visit, I've pretty much tripled his food intake, and he's tearing it up, he's really doing good. He loves his fruit and his veggies and meat, and there's not really something that he is held to the know about, he's pretty good with that. He's 50th percentile in height, which is so strange to me. I've never had a short baby. So we'll see. We'll see if he starts growing now, getting a little bit taller. Let's see. Aiden's doing good in school. He is in reading group again. And he was like, Mom, why can't you write me a note? I don't want to be in reading group. And I'm like, Bob, what can I say? Obviously, they think you need it. And I told him, I would end up writing a note if, it was too much at night, because he has his regular reading homework, and now he has his reading group homework, and stuff like that. So I might end up having to write and say, listen, we can't do all this at night. Hayes yesterday, just yesterday, he was climbing on the playhouse, you know, the playhouse by the swing set, that little plastic, like, little tykes, whatever, little cottage thing. Dude, he jumped right off the top of it, like, and did, like, a roll. And that's high. And he came in bawling about his arm. I'm like, dude, if you broke your arm, I'm going to lose my shit. Luckily he didn't, and I gave him an ice pack, and he was all good to go, so he was fine. Oh, another thing about Hayes I want to tell you is that they play Minecraft on the Zoom, so he's on there. He's always looking at pictures of everybody, and he plays the video of you and Jeff down in the family room. We were watching a show, maybe it was True Blood or something we were watching, and Jake had videoed us, and he loves that. Like, he goes, it's Jeff and Araya. It's so cute, and he, like, has to watch that daily. Like, it's just a part of his, like, routine. It's so funny. Bella, she loves school, loves it. She's doing good with her letters and things like that in kindergarten. On back to open house night, I think it was, I went in, and I know Mrs. Turner because she was Aiden's kindergarten teacher, so I knew her, and she's like, oh, Bella's doing great. She definitely has a loud voice. I'm like, oh, God. Like, I knew this was coming. I knew it, because, you know, she just flips her lid, like, whenever she feels like it, and it cracks me up. So that was the kid update. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. Well, now I wanted to know about how Jeff's doing at work and how Chase is doing with first grade. I wanted to know if he was doing good with that in, like, school. Then I wanted to see how you were. I already told you I was worried about your spotting, and now I'm even more worried because I want to know if the baby measured right, if you were, measuring correctly, and if if the baby was growing. And I'm hoping everything's okay. I'm sending you super positive baby sticky thoughts that it'll be okay, and I hope that this pregnancy is as good as your last one. You were so lucky and fortunate to just be one of those great prego chicks, like, that didn't barf all over the place, and really had a pretty easy time. So I really hope that's the case for you. I don't know. I was just thinking about this the other day about how, like, I totally sucked as, like, a prego chick, and all 4 times. But this last time, I don't know if I ever told you about when I threw up on Hayes. This last time, like, I was, I was watching all the kids and the kids that come for daycare, and I was like, seriously, like, I'm feeling it in my belly. I'm like, oh God, like, here it comes. I'm like, all right, just take deep breath, like, just try to relax. Hopefully I can make it to the sink or the toilet or whatever. And I happened to be in the living room, so I was going for the kitchen sink just because that's the first thing I thought of. I did not make it. Like, I hurled all over Hayes' like arm, and he's like, Mommy. He was so sad. I'll never forget that. And then the time that I was going to work. This is back when I worked at the when I was pregnant with Hayes. I was going to work. I think it was a Saturday, and I was going in for the day, and I threw up. I was on my way to the sink, and I threw up on my hand, so I'm like holding it in my hand, like trying to make it to the sink. And I'm like, alright, and I was late, so I was like, quick wash my hands, like wash my face, rinse my mouth out, grab a bottle of water, like whatever, just trying to get out the door. And I'm in the car, and I'm driving, and I'm like, why does this smell like puke? I could not figure it out, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna hurl, because like any vomit smell, I'm done. Like, I'm just gonna start gagging and whatever. It's over for me. So I'm still driving, and I'm like, dude, if I do not find the smell of this vomit. Like, I'm checking myself, like, did I puke on my part of my body that I didn't know? And so I'm pulling in to work, like, into the spot, and I look down at my ring, my wedding ring. There was, like, vomit encrusted all around my ring, like, in the little holes, and I'm like, that's so gross. So I start, like, gagging in my car, and I'm like, it sucked. I don't miss that. I do not miss that. And you are so lucky, and so is every other pregnant person out there that never threw up or never felt anything like that. I'm so envious. Like, that is awesome, and I am happy for everybody that can, you know, totally not puke when they're knocked up. I don't know if new subject. I don't know if I ever told you about, we watched the show Revenge, and it's awesome. You really have to watch that show. It's great. We just saw the first episode last week, and I am so excited for Sunday. I cannot wait to find out, like, what happens. Alright, there's also, I want to talk about the Fever series from Karen Marie Moning. Did you know that there's a Fever World series now? Like, it's a spin-off for Danny, the cute little girl. I'm so excited to read these, and I haven't been able to because my book site has been down. So my, you know, wish list is growing, and I'm like, how am I going to get these books because I can't buy them? So, you know, I can't wait to see how they are. And if I get my hands on them, I will email them to you. Did I tell you about my snack pouches that I made? I think I did tell you, but if not, then I was looking up on YouTube, like, because I wanted to make some snack bags, like little snack pouches that were reusable, so I didn't have to, you know, cause all that waste by, you know, with the kids' lunches and snacks and everything like that. So I found like a little tutorial, or like just, you know, showing me how to do it, and Jake was like, what are you watching over there? And I'm like, look, this is an awesome idea. I'm going to make these. And I'm like, I'm going to make you one. And he's like, oh, you know you're so busy, hon, and, you know, you really don't have to do that. You can just, I can use the bag. Like, I don't want you to take your time to make me something, because I know how busy you are. And I'm like, like, I see where this is going. So I kind of, like, you know, kind of ended that conversation, because I saw, like, he was like, no, I'm going to be embarrassed as shit if I have to bring that into work with all the guys, like, the work crew. Here I got my little bag. So I'm like, alright, forget it. I'm like, alright, well, I'll make Aiden one then. And so the next day I came down to my sewing and craft room or whatever, the office, and I found that I had this really cool, like, blue, you know, striped fabric, and it's pretty manly. It's not like little boy, baby, nothing like that, and I thought it was perfect, so I made him up one, and then I made Aiden one too, and it's cute. Like, it stands up, it's got Velcro, like, it's pretty big, so he can fit his massive load of chips that he puts in there, and he's out in the garage, like, I think he's building something. I don't know what he was building, but I went out and I had it behind my back, and I, like, danced in there, and I was like, ta-da! And he looks at me, he's like, what's that? I'm like, oh, it's your snack bag for you to bring. And he's like, oh. He's like, yeah, you know, he's real. And I'm like, hell. I got all upset. I'm like, what the hell? And I showed Aiden his. He's like, Mom, that's awesome. That's a really great idea. And I'm like, I know. I'm saving trash. I'm helping the world by not throwing everything away and whatever. And he's like, I love it. And I'm like, yes. That is the reaction I wanted. And he uses his every day, Aiden does, and so does Jake. I'm like, I got the kids, like, all up in his business, like, you know, you need to bring the snack bag to work so that you don't hurt Mom's feelings. And it was so funny, because he brought it, and I asked him how it went, and he's like, yeah, they laughed at me, but they got over it. And I'm like, see? Awesome! I told him he had to keep using it. It was funny. You had to see his face because he was really trying not to hurt my feelings. Like, no, don't make it for me. But I totally had to bust his balls on that one. All right. I think that's the end of my list. So please make a video for me answering all of my questions and telling me some updates about you, about your life. Seriously, I could go ballistic with not being able to just talk to you, and I get super lonely here. Like, it's only me. I have 4 kids, and then adding the daycare kids, that's another 4 that I only get to talk little people talk. Like, I don't get to chat with anyone, and except Jake, and he's like not interested in what I have to talk about. Really, he's not. He pretends, and then it's like nothing's penetrating. It's just not there. So, please let me know how you are, and let me know how Chase and Jeff, are doing. And I cannot wait until you move down here, so I don't have to do this. So I can actually talk to you, and I really hope you get your phone back. I know you said it was $750 for your cell phone bill, and I almost shit my pants because I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe that. That's horrible. You should have stuck with Verizon. Should have done it. All right, Maya, I love you, and give Jeff and Chase a hug for me, and tell Ina I said hi. And thank you so much for letting me know what's going on with you, because otherwise I wouldn't have known. So, all right, I love you. Bye.